So, welcome to today's session of Klaus in Life on our podcast, where we interview people in the real estate industry as well as other professionals who made a big difference in other people's life or still making a big difference in other people's life. And today I have the honor to interview Daniela Gruenthal with Domes of Humanity. And we're going to get right into it after this short video. So, Daniela, welcome to our podcast. I really appreciate you taking the time for that.
Hey there. Yes. Thanks for having me on here. It's exciting to be
Yeah,
on.
it's been a while. I always wanted to do that with you. So, tell us a little bit about Daniela. What is your story?
Great. Yeah. So my background is actually in architecture and interior design and construction as well. We have a family construction company, Gruenthal Construction. And I've been in the design industry for over 15 years now and have a specialty in sustainable green design and humanitarian design. And formed a nonprofit called Domes for Humanity that you mentioned a little earlier. And we are helping the impoverished communities of Haiti and the Caribbean get into
Tell,
more sustainable homes using domes.
tell us a little bit more about that project.
Yeah. So Domes for Humanity is a 501c3 nonprofit. So our work is in the Caribbean, as I mentioned, and we partner with nonprofit organizations, NGOs, and governmental organizations that are needing an alternative to a building design that is more sustainable than their current or ones that they don't have, and we create a sustainable program for them. So we build monolithic domes and homes and shelters. So they are solid concrete, permanent green option to alternative housing for disaster relief.
So you're pretty much putting a roof over people's head. I mean, that's what it comes
Yes.
down to, right?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's really creating a generational impact because we're saving lives throughout generations because essentially their homes become their own shelters. So they do not have to leave during a storm, earthquake, flooding, and they can continue their story is what we like to say.
Cool. And how did you come up with that design? I think I looked over the website and everybody can do it. Just go to domesforhumanity.org. I looked at some of those designs. They look very unique. I think what's special about them?
Yeah, what's special is that they're pretty aerodynamic structures, and because they are the shape of a dome, it's like an egg really cut in half, right? So,
Right.
like basically, if you take an egg actually at home, clasp it in your hands horizontally, and try to put pressure on it, you will not be able to break the egg. So, same concept in that the physics of it distributes the pressure, and so that there is no way it can really break. So, it's pretty. We like to say disaster proof, but we say disaster resistant just to be
No,
safe.
that's pretty
Yes.
cool. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, they're
And
very cool.
I saw you have a goal of with the current project, the building 200 of those. That's a pretty big undertaking.
Yes. That's where we like to start. That's in the southwest of Haiti, actually, with a partner of ours in Lacaille, and that's in response to the earthquakes that happened last August in 2021. So there's 1,100 families that would be serviced with these domes with our Build 200 Domes campaign. So we're looking for donors, for partners who are, really have a heart for a mission to see families' lives be continued on and not lose their livelihoods as well. Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, how did you come up with that idea?
Yeah, so that's actually a cool story. So it's actually a literal dream of mine that happened over the course of 10 years. And so I'll explain the dream. And basically, the first time I had this dream, it was me standing on top of a hilltop in a country that I had no idea where I was. I was overlooking these beautiful rolling hills with these lush landscapes, and there's an ocean in the background, and there are these huts there. And in the huts, the little kids came running out of them, came up to me, hugged my legs, and the dream ended. So that happened 3 times. So in the third time that it happened, I actually had a friend I was having dinner with. I explained the dream that had happened the night before, and he said, what shape are those huts? And I said, actually, they're rounded. And he's like, well, have you ever researched monolithic domes? And I said, yes, I've studied them in the past and just didn't put two and two together. He said, well, I'm a dome builder, and you should really research this institute that teaches you how to build them. So I did in Texas. And fast forward 2014, I actually went to get certified to build them. And fast forward a couple years later, I met with a partner organization, my partners in Haiti, who actually invited me to attend their week missions trip. And that included wanting to see a community center on some land that they purchased. And that first morning I arrived there, they took me up to the spot on top of a hill. And that's exactly what the view in my dream was. And it was pretty transformational at the time, just seeing that was a dream really realized, and a purpose and a mission that I desire to use as a force for good in my life and in the lives of others. So
That's pretty amazing.
yeah.
Now, as far as those domes go, I mean, what uh, in comparison to other structures, are they less expensive, or um, are they just more stable, or the longevity is pretty much better, or why did you end up using this form of building?
Yeah, so that's a great question. So yes, these are extremely disaster resistant in that they resist over 400-mile-an-hour winds, minimum of 8.0 earthquakes, tornadoes, flooding, fire, rot. So knowing that there's a solution to sustainable housing for people that have no other choice but to live in tin shacks, and having a background in design and architecture as well, and the solution, I thought, it would be a disservice not to create a company, a business, and a nonprofit geared around this to help others. So this is a solution that's it's not very new, actually. It's been around for centuries. We think of like the Pantheon in Italy. That's a dome,
Right.
and that just it shows how it'll stand up to the test of time over centuries long. So this is truly a generational impact in keeping families together and continuing their livelihoods. So definitely a better solution to rebuilding.
That is pretty cool. Now you're at the moment you're focusing on the Caribbeans, and I assume that the project is all funded by donors.
Yes, it's all funded by donors privately, and also looking out for grants as well. It's a little plane above me. Sorry for the
All
noise.
right.
Uh, but yes, any form of funding is a tax exempt funding for the donor.
So if any of our viewers want to help out, which I highly encourage because it's really a good program, so how would they go about it?
Yeah, so on our website, domesforhumanity.org, you can go on there. We have a donation page. You can donate through there. We also have social media links on Facebook to donate through, Domes for Humanity on Facebook and on Instagram. And yeah, feel free to even email us, partner with us, and to also volunteer. And so every dollar that counts goes towards this building effort for our Build 200 Domes campaign, and for projects that we have in the works as well, not only in Haiti. So it's very
So
exciting.
so people can not only donate, they can also volunteer and help.
Yes, yes. So you can volunteer with your services. Maybe you're in design and want to take some time to put aside designing a certain floor plan for us, and internships as well for kids in college. Like, we are welcome to having a partner and also be able to teach our younger generation, because teaching a younger generation on how to build back better and sustainably and look towards the future, and that's what we're trying to do, and educate the population. So
Well, that's pretty cool. I'm gonna put that link in the video at the end as well, so people have it. Now, before we wrap up, any last words you would like to add?
yeah, so this is the heart of the mission, is to reach the people. So, and you may or may not have been affected by a natural disaster in your lifetime, but there are tons of others suffering right now. And knowing that, we can at least save one life, and we made a huge impact. So you can do your part to also help and bring change in the world. So thank you so much.
Awesome. Super. I want to make sure that video goes out to everybody and we
Thank
get
you.
some people on there. I appreciate you taking the time being here. It was awesome talking to you, and I'm pretty sure I see you soon.
Yes, we will see each other soon. Thanks a lot, Klaus. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks, Daniela. Stay on.
All right.
That was cool.
Awesome. Thank you for doing